Right now, there's a t-shirt trend on Etsy that's blowing up and helping sellers make a lot of money. These simple text-based tees are everywhere. You'll notice them with just a quick scroll through the site. The great part is, this design style is one of the easiest you'll ever create. The challenge, though, is finding a way to make your version stand out from the crowd. Even though competition is tough, there's still plenty of room to create a best-selling design in this category. In this video, I'll show you some popular examples on Etsy and then walk you step-by-step through creating your own unique version of this hot trend using Canva and Printify. Let's get started. Here we are on Etsy, and this is the trending design style we're looking at today. As you can see, it's a very simple text-based design, basically just a line or two of words. It really couldn't be any simpler, and that's exactly the beauty of it. Right now, it's extremely popular. This particular listing had over 100 sales in the last 24 hours. Let's check the E-Rank stats. It's only been live for 5 days and already has 113 sales, bringing in more than $1,800 in revenue, with about a 2% conversion rate. So clearly, it's performing really well. I'll show you a few more photos from this listing, and also a couple of examples from other shops. This one, for instance, says, "Yesterday, today, and forever," with a cross icon. That's a great reminder that you might want to experiment with different fonts or even embroidered lettering to make your design stand out, just like this seller did. Here's another one in a typewriter-style font that says, "Powered by Coffee and Chaos." In the past 24 hours alone, 25 people have bought this design, so it's definitely in demand. And again, it couldn't be more simple. Personally, I think it looks really nice and a little dramatic. What I really like about these designs is their simplicity. Sometimes it's just a single word or short phrase on a t-shirt, which feels like the complete opposite of all the overly designed, busy t-shirts out there. It's kind of a refreshing counterpoint to that maximalist style. Now that you've got a good sense of this design trend, let's head over to Canva, where I'll show you step-by-step how to create your own version. Next, we're going to take a look at a website called E-Rank, which can help us figure out what design keywords people are searching for the most, but with low competition. I'll include the link to this site in the description below. Here's what the homepage looks like. From here, go to Keyword Research, then click on Keyword Tool. In this section, you can type in any keyword you want to research. For example, I typed in women t-shirt. This keyword gets thousands of searches every month, but the problem is that the competition is extremely high. Around 8 million listings are using the same keyword. That's why I usually apply filters to find keywords that have high search volume over the past few months, but much lower competition. For example, take the keyword Jonas Brothers shirt. In August, it had about 7,000 searches, but only 1,000 competing listings on Etsy. However, always make sure to double-check whether the design you want to use is copyrighted or trademarked. Another example is Champion Jersey T-shirt. Over the past month, it also had about 7,000 searches, but very few competitors on Etsy. The smaller the competition, the better, because when you upload your product and run ads, the chances of your listing showing up on the first page are much higher. Here's an example from my own experience. I once uploaded a product with very low competition but high search volume, and within just a few hours, I already made sales, even without ads. For that experiment, I only set a budget of $1 per day. That's why it's so important to focus on products with low competition from the start, so you don't end up wasting money on ads later on. By the way, if you don't feel like doing keyword research yourself, you can simply check the description. I'm also offering a PDF that includes 100 low-competition keywords, updated every month, along with ready-to-use templates that you can resell on Etsy. And don't hesitate to drop any questions in the comments if you'd like to know more about this product. As an example in this video, I'll be taking inspiration from this t-shirt design, because I believe it's something customers really like and it's also fairly simple to recreate. Now, I don't recommend copying someone else's design directly, but I do suggest using it as a reference. You should always add your own creativity so that your product can stand out from the competition. Now let's move on to the design process. The canvas size is flexible. You can adjust it later. But for this example, I'm using 4500 by 4500 pixels. Next, we'll choose the text that fits our theme. I'm going with this one because it looks simple and matches well with fashion styles. Based on the inspiration we looked at earlier, I'll use the phrase faith, hope, and love with a cross icon in the center. You can adjust the text placement however you like. Once that's set, we'll look for a cross graphic. Just type cross in the Elements tab and select Graphics. Adjust the size and make sure your design doesn't look too crowded. Keep it clean and proportional with the other elements. For the first version, I'm using black text and graphics, which works best on light-colored t-shirts. Then, I'll duplicate the design and switch to a brighter color so it can be used on dark-colored t-shirts. Once you're happy with the result, download the file in PNG format, and don't forget to check the box for a transparent background. Once your design is finished, I'll assume you already know how to upload it to your print-on-demand platform. There are plenty of sites you can use, such as Printify, Printful, and many others. However, there's one drawback if you only use the mock-ups provided by those platforms. They often don't look very appealing. That's why it's important to create your own mock-ups to make your product stand out. For this example, I'll use Canva again. Just type T-shirt mock-up into the search bar and choose an image that matches your design theme. Then, upload your PNG file into Canva and place your design onto the mock-up. Resize it as needed so it matches the proportions of the t-shirt you'll be selling on your print-on-demand site. Next, I'll adjust the transparency slightly to make it look more realistic. I'll do the same process for the next mock-up. Just resize the design, make it fit, and you're done. Now all you need to do is click Share, choose Download, and make sure to select both pages. I usually save mine as a PNG file, but you can also go with JPEG if you prefer. It works just as well for your Etsy listings. Once you hit download, your designs are ready to be uploaded to your brand new Etsy listing. So, by now you should have a clear idea of how to create your own simple text-based t-shirts, and see just how easy it is to come up with a design that has the potential to become a bestseller. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this trend in the comments, and let me know if there are any other design tutorials you'd like me to cover. And if you're looking for more trending keyword ideas, please don't forget to check the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.